We have opened our spreadsheet. We have saved it onto our desktop, which is important. By doing that, you get more features on your toolbar for when you want to work with Excel. So first of all, I've got these beautiful data sets. Mr. Stewart's swimming across the lake. Miss Ducker's running along the side of the lake. Quite hard to run at a constant speed and swim at constant speed, but we tried. But let's go and check to see if they are directly proportional. To do this, we can make a K value here. So I'll just type K, and then in the first cell, equals, and we want the Y value divided by the X value. So you can just type in C4 divided by B4, or just click on the cells, enter. Of course, this is a weird answer. If you click on the explanation, divide by 0 error, of course. But that's okay, because what we want is the formula, hover on the bottom right, drag down. Beautiful. Let's go and tidy that up. Click on the home. You will be able to see the alignment, and you can go center, which is nice. And on the number here, you can see the decimal points. We can highlight them again from the decimal points down, number, and we can reduce and increase the decimal points that way. I think 1 decimal place is enough, right? And I am going to go back to here, and I want to tidy it up. On the alignment, I'm going to center and center. Okay, I like it, but I also like a little border around it. So from here, we go to alignment, and you can see there's wrap text as well, which is good. That gets me this wrapped up, and then we can actually put a little border around. I will let you find that. So next, look, 54.2, the K value, 54.7, 53.9, 54.2. It's nearly directly proportional. If we draw a graph, click, drag, highlight. Oh, I'll try again. Click, drag, highlight. If, like me, when you're dragging, you kind of miss the bottom, sometimes you click and drag too far. A top tip is click once, shift click, and it will highlight from top to the bottom of what you need, which is good. And now we want to make a graph of that. Best way, I think, is insert. And you can see all of these chart options. Now we want this little guy in here, which is a scatter graph. And when you do this, you get all these options. You don't want to join any points up with lines. You want just the scatter graph. Look at that, beautiful. We would like, obviously, some titles and some axes labeling. You have a quick layout here, and you have add chart element. The quick layout we'll try first. I kind of like this, right? It looks to have a title, an X and a Y. Click on this. Beautiful. And then you can go and add by clicking on the axis title. So the X axis is time/mins. And the Y axis, if we get there and we delete back, this is distance in meters. And the title is Stewart in Lake Swimming. Beautiful. And this thing here, I don't like it. I don't think we need it, so I'll delete it. Beautiful. Now, if this was direct proportion, would you agree? Straight line through the origin, right? Straight line through the origin for sure. But these K values tell us it's not quite directly proportional. It's nearly directly proportional. But over here, you will have seen from your science, we can do a line of best fit. So on the points I've clicked, now you can go to data and see what's going on there, but we really want to get back to the chart. So if you double click on the chart, it will open up the chart menu again. So double click on the chart, and over here, this is where you need to be. Add chart element. Can you see what we need to add if we want a line of best fit? All the way to the bottom. It's a trend line. So trend line actually gives you straight, but also curvies as well. Now, if I just click on linear, boom. It looks like it goes through the origin, right? Looks pretty good. But I'd like to know the equation of this. And I'm thinking the equation is going to be y equals 54-ish x, but maybe it's got plus something. So let's go ahead and go to add chart element again, trend line, and instead of just going straight for linear, go to more trend line options. So this opens up your full menu. So still linear highlighted, But if you scroll down to the bottom, display equation on chart. And now we will have the equation. Ooh, look at that. The equation, y equals 54.257x. Plus a tiny little bit. All right? It should be plus 0 to be directly proportional, but it's plus a tiny little bit. Would we accept that this is nearly directly proportional? Yeah? Nearly directly proportional. But then, what if we made the line go through the 0, 0? Surely it would change the number 54 point something. Here is another bit of magic. Are you ready? Highlight all of the data. I'm copying it, Command C. I'm going into my Desmos and watch. You see the cursor flashing there? I've got data copied on my clipboard, Command V. Boom. So I've now got my data here, and I'm going to ask Desmos to fit a y equals kx model. I don't know if you remember this. My data set is now called x1 and y1. So in here I'm going to say y1, get the Desmos keyboard out, press the ABC, and it's this magic little button. I want y1 to be modelled by kx1. And there it is. We have created our own model, y equals kx, and the k number here is 54.27. So y equals 54.27x would be the equation of this line, which goes through the origin, right, which is directly proportional. And if we compare it with our Excel, this was 54.257, plus a little bit, all right? So, for sure, you'll be working in Excel with science, and if we're expecting directly proportional, it should go through 0, 0, but if it's nearly proportional because of experimental data, you're going to get plus a little bit here, right? If you don't want the plus a little bit, you can step out into the world of Desmos. You can paste in your data set, and you can ask Desmos to fit the best y equals kx graph. You're very welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up and like. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got, guys. All right, so